Well, what is up, everybody? This is DJ Boozadelic with Inside the Music, and today I have a guest to my audience by the name of Jah Niceness. Jah Niceness, welcome to the show. How you doing today, my brother?
Yeah, man, DJ Boozadelic, man. Give thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure being here, man. Enough respect to all of the people that out there in listening world. You see what I mean? Who's tuning into the program right now. Enough love and respect.
All right. Well, I'm very honored that you took the time out your schedule. I see you out there, man. You're all over the place doing your thing out there. But Jah Niceness is an artist that I reached out to. I saw some of his music on Facebook. I said, hey, man, I want to play some of your stuff on my radio. And I'm glad I did, because a couple of the songs that I can remember I played, they always get a lot of positive response from the audience out there. So you're joining us from Jamaica?
No, at the moment, I'm talking to you from Florida. I'm not in Jamaica at the moment.
Okay, you're in Florida. Just a little boat ride away. All right, so what part of Florida are you hanging out in right now?
Actually, I'm talking to you from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, one of my favorite areas to hang out when I go to South Florida. And right now, what's the weather? Is it should be dry down there now, right? Or you guys have a monsoon going on?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, it's steaming, you know?
Last time I was down there, it was on my birthday weekend, about year before COVID set in. And it rained so hard the whole time we were there. I think I saw the sun maybe about like 2 days.
Wow. Well, you know that's this time of year is also the hurricane season, so you have it's a rainy season too. So you know when the rainy season comes, it kind of humid and thing, and you don't know a sort of thing go. But hopefully next time you're in another place, you will get some proper sunshine. Cause when people come to Florida, they may expect sunshine just like when you go to Jamaica. You see.
All right. So what I need to figure out is when is the best time to actually go, because I'm trying to dodge hurricanes. And I mean, the rain, I'm used to rain, but man, when it rains down there, it like stops traffic and stuff on the freeway. You know what I mean?
Well, every time is always the best time, because you don't know it's sunshine right through, It's always, so anytime it's just like you never know when it may, rain, but it's not all the time it do that. You see what I mean? So it's just your luck at the moment. You see what I mean? But maybe the day when you left, the next day was perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So you were born in Clarendon, Jamaica.
Definitely.
All right. And so I'm not familiar with Clarendon. I've never actually been on the Rock. I have family in Jamaica. That's where my grandmother comes from, and I've yet to visit. So just from perspective, I mean, I know where Mandeville and Kingston are.
You say what?
I said I know where Mandeville and I know where Kingston is, but I never. Where's Clarendon in relation to that?
Well, Clarendon is the northern part of the island, like maybe in the middle. It's an agricultural parish, and it's a parish that produce a lot of big artists, like Everton Blender, the Clarendonians, Barrington Levy, just to name a few,
Okay, Claire, yeah, definitely. Barrington Levy, that's one of my favorite artists. I had the opportunity to see him several years ago when he came into my city. And it was just so great to see somebody that has been in it that long doing his thing, the original king of the dance hall.
Yeah, for real.
So, I see that you spend most of your time in the studio. So what are you currently working on?
Well, currently I'm working on a few projects. I have an album that I'm working on right now, and I'm working also on some singles. But I'm always recording, because I have an indoor studio, so I'm always recording or doing dub or just, working for myself, because I also produce music too, them way. So I'm always, in the studio, doing stuff, but right now I'm working on my upcoming album,
All right, so how long have you actually been in the game of writing, producing, and recording?
Well, I've been in the game longer than I've been producing. I just started producing maybe like seriously, maybe like 3 years now, like since 2020, I think, but I've been in the game from I was a youth, I mean, years, I've like 30 years experience in the business right now. Because as long as I know myself, I always know that I wanted to be a singer. I was born with that talent, so I've been doing it forever since I know myself.
All right. And so how old were you, or how long ago did you make your actual first recording?
Oh, my first recording was, it takes me a while because even when I left country, like I left Clarendon and went to live in Kingston with my dad, even when somebody introduced me to a producer, I didn't voice at the same time. He always take me to studio and I always watch other people like recording and so forth. I guess he was, trying to make me get the experience, them way. So, for example, we have a singer named Carl Meeks. He was doing an album with Carl Meeks at the time. A matter of fact, the first person who took me to studio was a lady named Miss Maria Baines, I think she named. She's she had some children for Earl China Smith, that famous guitarist from Jamaica. And she took me to Dynamic Sounds. She was doing some songs with a virgin named George Faith. He died now. As a little youth, and I was there watching, and people like Boris Gardner was in the studio, Brother D. Them time Brother D have a hit song named Nenge Nenge in my ears. You may don't even know that song, but that was a long time as a youth. But when I went to studio the first time, I didn't record. It took me maybe like 6 years after before I start recording, because I was rough around the edges. I mean, I had the talent to sing, but there wasn't certain things that you have to know when you go to studio. You have to be like real sharp. I remember there's a musician named Yabi Yu. He wanted me to sing a song. And he wanted me to sing a song. It's a long time classic. Things you say you love, you're gonna lose. But like when he wanted me to sing that song, I was so young and I'd never even heard the song before, and it was like, man, you don't already yet, man. I was so crushed, but I really wasn't ready, them way. So that makes me want to dig in deeper, and then, I was singing one night and a guy named Dickie heard me singing and he was like, yo, you sound real good. I have a producer and the Waltham that I wanted to take you to. So he took me at Kingston 11 to a virgin named Milo. And he was the one who really showed me the ropes and, taught me the scale of music and sharp and flat and, how to sing. So, and it takes me like another 6 months from there before you started recording it,
Okay,
Yeah.
so you actually had to take a pause and learn actual music theory to a bit.
Definitely. Because you see, they always have a little slang that say that dancehall, meaning, because when I start singing, right? Artists used to go to the dance and perform live, right? It was like now when they play like a lot of dub plate. They used to play dub plates, but it was like singers. The DJs that people call rappers in America, they used to be like come perform live in the dance hall. You see,
Yeah.
so when you go to sing in the dance hall, you can just sing, but when you go to the studio, you have to be on point. You have to be on key. You have to sing the bars and all these things. You have to write your song at a certain level. So when you go to studio, even though you're singing good at the dance, when it's time to do the actual recording, it was a different thing, you know what I mean? So it takes me a little while to learn the rudiments of recording,
All right, so I want the youngsters that are out there that are seeing this or that will see this to pay attention, because if we go back a few minutes and he said that you were trying to sing this one song and the guy said, "You're not ready, come back." Now, that could have devastated you right there, but you just kind of picked yourself up, dusted yourself off, and went ahead and put in that work to come back and do it. And now look at you. So just wanted
Yes,
to
it
point
could have,
that out.
but I was so musically inclined that one little disappointment right there wouldn't stop me, but I wanted to record so bad. You understand me? And I was disappointed not to get the opportunity at that time to do a song, But even if he had pushed it and record me, maybe he wouldn't even release it, because, as I said, the song that he wanted me to sing was a long time classic, and I never heard it before because I was a kid, So maybe I wouldn't deliver it the way you want me to. So, it
Yes.
builds me, And that gentleman, his name is Yabiu. He's a legend in Jamaican music. He's a legendary keyboard player too. So it wasn't like a normal person who told me that. It was somebody with standard. You see what I mean? So when
Yes.
people like that say something, say, yeah, it ain't no joke.
So with that being said, and I know you went around to a lot of the studios throughout Kingston and all that. Who are some of the famous artists that you've met or rubbed shoulders with or actually worked with or inspired you?
Okay. Inspired would be like Dennis Brown, Sugar Minott, Maxi Priest. Yeah, Dennis Brown, Sugar Minott, Maxi Priest. Those are like my favorite three singers that like I try. They have such an influence in my development. But in terms of rubbing shoulders, Jamaica is a small island, right? Yes. 411,000 square miles, I think, right? So at them time, most of the music that goes on in Jamaica happened in Kingston, right? And you used to have a limited amount of studios. So it's like everybody who is anybody in music always be at a certain place at the same time. So I get to affiliate with like everybody that was anybody back in them time, name it, the Sugar Minott, the Gregory Isaac, the Dennis Brown, the name it, the Beanie Man, the Bounty Killer, everybody, because especially when you go to King Jammy's, because them time you used to have like King Jammy's, Arrows, and Woods. And King Tubby's, those were like the three leading dub studios in Jamaica. So anybody who want to cut dub have to come right here. So. You understand me? So I knock shoulders with like everybody. I remember one day when I used to hang out at Jammy's like every day. And you have a legendary singer named Jah Niceness. One day he called me and he was like, yo, singer, you know that he's a good singer, but you need to stay at the yard. Because he saw me like, I was like, just going to studio every day trying to like hustle off dub play. And he was like, you're a better singer than that, but you need to stay home and write. And that was like.
Oh, we temporarily lost the connection. Oh, there you are.
No, I guess somebody was trying to call me. Yeah, but that was like one of the best. Are you there? You hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Problem.
Yeah, but that was like one of the best advice that I could have gotten in music, to like really write some lyrics, because we were at the studio like every day. We never really get time. Well, I never really get time to like to sit down and write. You understand? I also was penetrating like singing dub, like what's the name of your song, and I would turn like a foreign song into a dub, and it kind of mess with your development as an artist. You know what I mean? So when Johnny Osborne said that to me, yes, and I took his advice, and today it pays off.
All right. Now, I know reggae music is about vibration. It's about the message in the music. And what would you say that you try to use your music as far as to enlighten people, what would you say is the biggest area you try to open up folks' eyes for to?
Well, my music is about love. You see it, and I try to make my music as wide as possible to reach as much. I don't really target like a set of people, because righteousness exalted a nation. See, so I'm just trying to sing rightful music, and hope that it will reach universally. You understand me? Because there's always a message in what I sing, and my job is to really edify, and uplift people, to bring joy in them life. Even though sometimes I may sing a couple of lovers rock, because love is the answer. So, love is the highest. You always what I'm saying. So once it's love, that's the greatest thing that you can ever give. It's what I mean. So I try to make my music in a positive way, to share love, to share my vibration, because especially in times like this, where there's so much distraction and so much negativity going on, we owe it to ourselves as artists to be responsible for what we put out there, because trust me, as artists, we have a great influence, sometimes even more than we even know or even realize, how people look up to us. Well, maybe not to me, but there's other artists that people gravitate to so much. You understand that if they even say, oh, jump off of the bridge, they just find some bridge and start jumping off them. So we have to be like, careful of what we put out there.
Right. So well, you talked about love, and actually one of the first songs I have up here from you goes along that line. I have All Night in queue. And tell us about All Night. I mean, I've heard it. I know what it's about. Yeah.
Well, okay. All Night, right? The mystic thing about All Night, right? And a lot of people may hear it and think I'm singing about a female, but I'm actually was singing about some herbs, seeing some marijuana. Seeing if you really penetrate the lyrics, that's what I was singing about, right? Because the lyrics say, my girl, I text all my phone all morning. Somebody was texting me, telling me, yo, tonight is gonna be good because I find the man who have some stuff. You understand me? So
find the herbs, man.
Right. So even in the second verse, even in the chorus, you'd say, we're rolling up all night. The party goes all night. All night. So it's really some herbs I was singing about. Herbs are the real vibration,
It's so funny. And that reminds me of a story. When I was, I think I was in high school when Rick James came out with Mary Jane. And so my mom was listening to me one day because I had the record downstairs on the family, that thing that you had to lift the top off the record down. He had an 8-track here and all that. And she said, is he singing about a girl or is he singing about marijuana? And I knew he was singing about weed. I tried to tell my mom he was singing about a girl. And she said, no, he's not.
Yeah.
So
it's good when you can play with the music like that and use different metaphors to relate to what you're trying to say. You know them way? And then it really do something to the people them that listen when they realize the time that they put into to make that spin. You understand me? It's a lot of like, when somebody can really do something like, yo, he's really a good writer to do that. You know them way?
Yeah.
So yeah, All Night is one of them classic. It's produced by a guy named Carl Melody from in the United Kingdom.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and listen to the track All Night. This is Inside the Music with DJ Boozadelic and my special guest, Jah Niceness.
All night,
I'm getting it all night. We're rolling up all night. The party goes all night. All night. Me girl, I takes off my phone all morning. She said tonight it's gonna be good. She wants some loving with passion and feelings. So put some gasoline on the firewood. She got cookies, she says she gonna give me. And she said that her buds them tight. Make sure you no sleepy. That is I wanna make pressure bust by. I'm getting it all night. We're doing it all night. The party goes all night. All night. I'm getting it all night. We're rolling up all night. The party goes all night. All night. After all of the things that she texts me don't know, say me have to prepare. Me have to make sure say everything's spruce up. Tonight me have to find extra gear. Me have me grabber and me don't have me paper. And me lighter ready for light. Me have the length and flavor. Tonight we are go high like a kite. I'm getting it all night. We're doing it all night. The party goes all night. All night. I'm getting it all night. We're rolling up all night. The party goes all night. All night. What a squiddly diddly 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 bang skeng. What a squiddly diddly bang skeng, boy. What a squiddly diddly 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 bang skeng. What a bang 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 diddly bang, boy. What a squiddly diddly 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 bang skeng. What a squiddly diddly bang skeng, boy. What a squiddly diddly 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 bang skeng. What a bang 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 diddly bang. I'm getting it all night. We're doing it all night. The party goes all night. All night. I'm getting it all night. We're rolling up all night. The party goes all night. All night. Me girl, I takes off my phone all morning. She said tonight it's gonna be good. She wants some loving with passion and feelings. So put some gasoline on the firewood. She got cookies, she said she gonna give me. And she said that her buds them tight. Make sure so you no sleepy. Cause this the one that make pressure bust pipe.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, all night, Jah Niceness. You're listening to Inside the Music with DJ Boozadelic and my guest, Jah Niceness. I'd like to say big ups to DJ Mystic, big ups to DJ Manny, and big ups to Jenna Marie Hollyman out there for watching. All right, see that?
Yeah,
I
man,
know
no
some of the
respect
people
to
out
all of the
there.
ones and ones watching, man. Big up, big up, big up. Enough love.
I know some of the people out there are probably like, wow, I had no idea that song was actually about Mary Jane. But
Told you.
like he said, it takes a good writer to be able to pull that off, because it could be about a woman, but it also could be about the herbs.
Definitely.
That sweet, sweet Cincy.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. I like that one. I think that's probably my second favorite of your songs.
Oh yeah? What's your first?
Yeah. The first one, I played it a few times on the show. No, this no man.
Oh, no, this the man. Okay. Nice.
So tell us about No This No Man.
Well, now this the man is produced by Jason Bramfield from Open Doors Records. Now this the man is all about teaching or telling the youths them, that we have to have respect for one another, because there's a serious spirit that's called ego. And ego is not a good thing. You got to learn to control your ego. You know them way? So I was trying to let people know that you have to be careful what you do, what you say to people, because you may be hurting somebody's feelings and you may think that you're so powerful, but this person can retaliate in a very serious way that you don't even expect. You understand? And in even other words, you could see somebody that you think don't really don't really have nothing to do with certain things, but it's the same person you're gonna have to go through to reach somewhere that you need to go. You understand me? And because you diss that person, then you lost out on your opportunity. So I'm basically is a song that trying to tell you to deal with people on a humble basis. Zine, because the man that you diss and think that he's a fool could be the most notorious and crazy person that you ever met. You understand me? So it basically is really telling people to be humble, you know?
Yes. And I'm glad that you touched on that ego, because I was sitting here thinking about, when I'm not doing music, I do a lot of meditation and I share that gift with the world too. But one of the songs that I wrote that I call on this project I've been working on called Meditative Funk, I have a line in there and I say, we got to let go of that ego. Brothers and sisters, let it go. And I say that because if we let our ego, our feelings, our emotions, our macho-ness, bravado, whatever you want to call it, dictate, how we're going to respond, we are never able to receive the message from the universe.
Definitely.
Most high.
Definitely.
And because ego, like I say, is a mother. An MF. I mean, it'll get you in trouble.
Most definitely.
It can cost you your life, your job, your wife, and everything. So you just have to let that go to truly connect. Yes. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and let Nadisna Man play.
Yes, sir. Yeah. No this no man, no this no man, no this no man. Say you mustn't this no man, no this no man, no this no man. No other this no man, no this no man, no this no man. Say you mustn't this no man, no this no man, no this no man. Yeah, trial and crosses and a whole lot of heavy load. Egoistic people, you cut it like a two-edged sword. But sweet to the soul is healing to the bones. Pleasant words are a honeycomb. They say money and material things make the world go round. Remember life and death is in the power of the tongue. This no man, no this no man. You know fit this no man, no this no man, no this no man. Cause some will give you tough talk and screw face every time. And they know bad like your old clocks or shoes less no time. Careful how you diss a man, you diss a man, you diss a man. Careful how you diss a man, you diss a man, you diss a man. Yeah. To make it in life, ain't no better rules. Hard work with teeth and the seed you sow. We water them, now we watching them grow. Now you want get bad mind red light and start tiptoe. Hey, but me never diss no man, me no diss no man, me no diss no man. No, me never diss no man, me no diss no man, me no diss no man. So I'm searching justified. Cause realize, we realize who is I and I. Hey, not this the man, not this the man, not this the man. No, you know fit this the man, not this the man, not this the man. No, but a trial and crosses and a whole lot of heavy load. Egoistic people, you cut it like two-edged sword. So not this the man, not this the man, not this the man. Say you must this the man, not this the man, not this the man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jah Niceness, not this, no man. You heard it right here.
I'm telling you, DJ, there's so much message in that song. It's crazy. I'm asking all the people them go out and get a copy of Not This No Man. See, it's available on all leading digital download platforms right now. You can also stream it on Spotify, but you know, just go listen to that song. It has so much positive message in that song, you know.
You hear that, people? Go out there and get it. Available on all the platforms. And I play it on my shows pretty frequently.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's why I love reggae music in general. It's just because the message behind it is not a lot of nonsense, you know. It's talking about real life situations affecting real life people, not a bunch of make-believe, not glorifying a bunch of violence and stuff. You know, it's putting everything life in perspective. And I think that's one of the duties as artists that we have, is to put messages out there that are going to actually elevate the consciousness of the whole world, the whole universe, the whole metaverse.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that was that. Like I said, that's one of my favorite jams. That is my favorite jam by you.
That's give thanks. Well, you know, the good thing about it, as long as you have a favorite Jah Niceness, that's good. You see, because it's not everybody's gonna, you know, fall in love with all the songs, but if they just fall in love with one, then that's good enough. You know them way. So I give thanks, DJ, straight from the heart. Yeah, man.
Yes, all right. So the next one I have is Yesterday.
Okay, Yesterday. Yesterday is one of them songs that I wrote, I think 2021, you know, right in the pandemic, because I was like, them time there was no stage show going on, nothing, you know, so it was like, this time would never come back again. You know, it was, everybody was like thinking like, yo, when are we gonna get to go to the park? Because at one point it was so drastic that, you know, you could never go to the park. I remember going into Walmart and there was like a long line and everybody just cover up, and I mean, like, just before the pandemic, you couldn't even wear a mask to go into the bank. You know, there would be so many security arresting you and telling you like, maybe you come to rob the bank. And then I would see people that you only see their eyes alone out, and I'm like, what the heck? It don't even make no sense. So, you know, Yesterday is one of them songs that I wrote about the pandemic. But again, the way how I set the lyrics, you know, you really have to like really, you know, penetrate it, because I don't really talk about COVID-19 or even pandemic, but words that I use will make you know that's what I'm referring to. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. You know, I was thinking as you were talking about that whole thing with the, you know, during the pandemic, I was actually in Florida during the pandemic, now that I think about it. And it was, you know, after the first wave of it went through, and, you know, everybody where I'm at out here in the West Coast was wearing masks, but I get down there, I didn't see anybody wearing a mask unless they were probably from the West Coast or something. You know?
Yeah, for Real.
And I was just like, man, and I was kind of tripping at first, but I survived it. So far, I've been lucky and have not caught it yet. But definitely, let's go ahead and give this a listen. This is Yesterday by Jah Niceness.
Gone are yesterday, and tomorrow come what may. Yeah, gone are yesterday, and tomorrow come what may. Yeah, I'm here reminiscing on life before quarantine. Hoping and wishing and what it could have been if we never locked down, if we never have to stay at home. Now that's the key, can get to listen to the #1 sound. Stage show locked down, we can't take a walk in the park. Now I'm wondering how long this gonna last. All I know, gone are yesterday. Yeah, and tomorrow come what may. Hey, gone are yesterday. Yeah, yeah, and tomorrow come what may. Yeah. The people are waiting for normalcy. But I don't know just when this gonna be. They're asking, is it money? Is it biological? Is it money? Is it biological? Yeah, gone are yesterday. Tomorrow come what may. Yeah. Them gone, them days they gone. Them gone, them gone, them gone. I'm here reminiscing on life before quarantine. Hoping and wishing and what it would have been. No, if we never lock down, and if we never have to stay at home, no dance not keen, can't get to listen to the #1 sound. Stage show locked down, we can't take a walk in the park. Now I'm wondering how long this gonna last. All I know, gone are yesterday. Tomorrow come what may. Yeah, yeah. Gone are yesterday. Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow come what may. Yeah. Gone are yesterday.
Man, that truly is powerful. Gone
Definitely.
are yesterday. As I listen to those words, I kind of think about stuff I've been thinking about throughout this whole process. This whole ordeal is like, if I have grandkids, they'll probably still be dealing with this mess and probably a lot more. It's just it's like, you see people now, half the time you stick your fist out and your hand out ready to shake hands. And then you go through this, oh, excuse me. And then the other person does that. People are confused as hell, man. So we got to get back to those days.
but that's the thing though, because even now it don't even come back, not even half. So gone are still yesterday, see it, and still tomorrow comes what may, because we don't even know. Now we hear that an Xbox come in and all of these things, so we don't even know. We may have to, put on a bubble over our head this time to walk. I don't know. You understand me? So can you imagine, you maybe like sit down and the time gonna come when you tell your grandkids some things that you used to do, And they're gonna be like, dang, wow. You know, it seems so impossible because if you check it, 2020, 2020, 21, 22, say a child that is 3, maybe 4, never seen the world without people wearing masks. Can you imagine that? That's like a norm. You see?
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think about stuff like that. They never seen that. We grew up in a time when, you know, we could hug and party, and you know, you go to the party and you see a lady and you beg her to dance and she don't know you from Adam, but she still dance because it's a vibe. You understand?
You know.
No, you can't even do that. I'm gonna think, why you touching me? You could have go, babe. Why you sneeze? You know, why you cough? And all these things. It's scary. You know, it's crazy, but you know, gone are really yesterday, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just have to, you know, deal with it one day at a time, and you know, hopefully, you know, be an end of this madness at some point. But you know, we can't count on it. That's for sure. All right, so
you just got to block it out in your mind, you know, and just, you know, because we know how it used to be, so we have to tell ourselves that, yo, we ain't living in this bubble. You understand me? We gonna live the way we know. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But we still have to be careful still, you know, because COVID is real. It's not no joke thing still. You know what I mean?
Right. So looking at the time, we got time to do one more. So I haven't played Crazy Over You, and I haven't played Amen. Of those two, which one do you want to talk about?
Crazy Over You, and which other one?
Amen.
Amen. Oh wow. Dang. That's a tough choice, man. I leave it up to you.
All right. Well, I got Crazy Over You queued up, so we'll go ahead and roll with that one. So tell us about that.
Oh, Crazy Over You is another Lovers Rock song that produced by Wayne Dubmaster from in the UK. And it's just a song that they send me the beat and I listen to it, and that's the first thing come to me, the punchline, Crazy Over You. So then I have to find some lyrics to back it up, like, and you know, as a writer again, you know, if you're gonna sing about the day, you know, that the day and the sun comes up and the trees and whatever. So I just put something together and it turned out to be like a really nice song, you know. Trust me, it's just a nice song. Yeah, man. So check it out, my people.
All right, well, let's let it roll here.
I must be great.
Come again.
Jah Niceness on the priceless, so we say. Yeah. Ooh, baby. I can remember the first time I met you, girl, you looked so good. Your attire was so splendid, like a woman should. I walk over, introduce myself, can we have a drink? And as we sat there reasoning, I began to think, whatever I must do, I have to have you. Hey. And don't a penny for my thought, you got me with your spark. Yeah, baby, you're all I want. All I need is you. Yes, I'm so in love, crazy over you. Baby, you're all I want. All I need is you. And I'm so in love, crazy over you. Going crazy. Hey, I was so blown away when I look into your eyes. Your body language, attitude, your captivating smile. Everything I've been searching for, I see in you, and so I make a decision. You got to be my boo. Baby, you're all I want. All I need is you, and I'm so in love, crazy over you. Baby, you're all I want. All I need is you. Yes, I'm so in love, crazy over you. You're all I want. All I need is you. I'm so in love, crazy over you. Baby, you're all I want. All I need is you. Yes, I'm so in love, crazy over you. Yeah, think I'm crazy. I must be crazy. Yeah. Yes, I am.
Nice,
All
nice,
right.
nice.
Yes. That beat, man, that's what you call lovers rock. That's a slap, man. That is just it's got a
Definitely,
little like that, just funky, man.
definitely, man. Definitely.
All right. So now if people want to follow you on social media, what's your social?
Well, they can follow me at Jah Niceness on Instagram. Also, Jah Niceness on Facebook. That's my fan page. And Niceness Fire, that's my regular Facebook page. And they also can link me up at jahniceness1@gmail.com. You know?
All right. Do that. Support this artist. This music's available on all the usual platforms. So go out there and get it, play it, share it, do what we do. Put this vibration out there in the world. You have been listening and watching Inside the Music with DJ Boozadelic and my special guest, Jah Niceness. We appreciate you showing up and representing and telling us your story, Jah Niceness.
Yeah, man, and we just give thanks, DJ Boozadelic, for having me on your show, man. And I want to say big up all the people them who tune in and who's gonna be tuning later next week, next month, next year, who's gonna be watching this because it's gonna be uploaded to the internet. See? I want to big up all Massive and crew. Big up DJ Spice, man, anyway you stand up. A1 Ras Raga Z. See, big up yourself, Sapphire. Anyway, you're the moment up full love and blessings. You see me, I say? TSM Records, big up yourself. Yeah, man, you don't know the brand new thing out for touch the road, you know. I say a word. Yeah, man. And all of the massive them, love and blessings, man, we say, you know. Only for love and respect. And again, DJ, thanks for having me, you know. And I tell the people them again,
man.
go and check me out on Spotify, stream Jah Niceness, JAH space NICENESS. Zine Pandora, Zine Amazon, iTunes, all of the Legion download platforms. Go and get the thing them. See? And I say, yo, big up primal4k.com, MMB Indie, big up yourself. See? Pure vibes, up full. Love and blessings. See? Yes, my family. Blessed love.
All right. I want to say big ups to my FTM family, big ups to Solution Radio, big ups to Magnet Radio, big ups to Explosion, big ups to ucrew.fm. All those stations I play my music on. You can hear Jah Niceness because I play his tracks in my mixes Monday and Wednesday. That would be FTM Radio, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. to midnight UK. Same time Tuesday at solutionradio.co.uk. Same time Thursday, explosionuk.com. Saturday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., magnet-radio.com. And my Saturday night show on ucrew.fm is always hip hop. But if you like hip hop, check me out there too. That is 7 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. UK time, ucrew.fm. This has been DJ Boozadelic with Jah Niceness with Inside the Music. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody out there.
Yeah, man, up full, up full. See?
All right. right, my brother. Well, thank you so much for coming on live, man. It was a great interview. Really enjoyed your time here. Anytime you want to, send me some new music or you want to come on and talk about something, just link me, man. We'll do it.
Definitely, man. And as I say, I have a new song named Sun Come Up. And definitely, as soon as it drop, DJ, trust me, you'll see it in your inbox. All right?
All right. Appreciate that.
Man. That's a word, man. See?
All right. Well, have a blessed day, man. Enjoy your
Same to
evening.
you and the family. See?
All right. One love, brother.
One love.